Hi, this is Glenda, and today I'm going to be making an apple cinnamon soap. It's one of my favorite fragrances, and it's gonna be fairly simple. So here I have my oils. Let me move the scale, I don't need it anymore. And this is the live water. The live water has tetrasodium EDTA, which is something I'm experimenting with to see if it helps any with the sticky soap scum in hard water areas, and also is supposed to help with DOS, avoid the rancidity of the oils. I have so far, knock on wood, I haven't had any DOS issues, but I'm beginning to use a lot more rice bran oil in my soaps. And in some Facebook groups, some people have had issues with it. So I'm going to now blend to emulsion. Okay, it looks like it's emulsified. My colors are actually quite simple, but I'm using madder root, and I just poured it on along with the fragrance, and it didn't fit all in that container, so I have it there. Madder root is usually not oil soluble. It infuses better in water, from what I've seen. So I'm going to split this into two portions. Actually, I think I should add the fragrance now. I'm using apple cinnamon from Bulk Apothecary, and it's supposed to what do you call it? It's not supposed to get dark because it has 0.2% vanilla. However, I remember when I've used it, it has gotten dark. Not dark, but it's more like a tan, like a medium brown, or like a dark beige. Okay, so it's not at medium trace, and the madder root has made it turn like a purplish color, brownish. So I'm going to, and the fragrance seems to be making it thick. I can see some rising on it. So I'm going to work quick, and I'm going to add the remaining madder root to the main body of the batter, the majority of it. And then I'm going to add the, for the other portion, I have carrot puree, and I'm going to use 1 teaspoon and put it on this side. Actually, I'm going to use 2 teaspoons. And I'm going to blend it. It looks like it's setting up. Oh, I forgot how much this fragrance accelerates. Let me get some oil. So here I have some safflower oil. I'm going to add a little bit just to make it distribute better. This is the advantage of having a low superfat. My superfat is 5%, so by adding extra oil, I'm just increasing it slightly. And this other one, it looks like it's really set up. So I'm going to need more oil on this one. I don't want to break my blender, so I'm going to start pouring it. And I'm just going to blend the remaining one with a whisk. You know, it looks purple. I thought it was supposed to look pink or red. But who knows. I put 2 tablespoons of it. And as you can see, it's rising and it's setting up. So let me get my mold. And I'm just gonna plop it in here. This fragrance is lucky that I like it. Otherwise, I don't know if I will put up with this behavior. And I'm curious what this is going to turn. Okay, I'm almost done plopping this into the mold. It looks like mashed potatoes. It's not looking pretty, to be sure, but I'm trying to make sure that there are not air pockets. Yeah, it's looking like food. The last time I used this fragrance, it did not behave like this, but I had a recipe back then that had a lot of olive oil, like 40% of olive oil, and a lot of other liquid oils, and I did not do any water discount the first time that I used it. This time around, though, I happen to have a recipe that has a lot of solid oils, and I also do a water discount. So that doesn't help. But I'm not too worried about it either, because I know that the lye was properly distributed with the oils before this happened. The one advantage of this is that I'm going to be able to unmold and cut fairly quick, maybe after 6 or 8 hours. And hopefully the color looks better, because right now it's not looking very pretty. Alright, so I should say that this is one of the ugliest soaps I've made. At least ugly in the mold. Maybe it will look better later on. I don't know. I have no idea. So I'm going to insert these embeds, which are apple and cinnamon. So quite obvious. Let me see. I'll just put it right like that. And I was looking at some pictures from Soap Queen as to how madder root looks in cold process soap, and it depends a lot on whether it is gelled or not. Like if you gel it, you get a darker tone. So I'm going to try and gel this. It's already so warm that I think it's gonna gel on its own anyway, but I'm gonna try and help it along. This actually reminds me of hot process soap. This is usually what it looks like, at least when I've done it. I know that when you do hot process soap, there is a method when you use yogurt, and it helps you have a more liquid and smoother hot process soap. I've never tried that, but I don't do hot process very often. But I do plan on making one soon. It's an adventure when you're making soap. You never know what you're gonna get. Alright, so it's been about 6 hours since I made this soap, and I did put some gold mica on it to make it look better, hopefully. It feels very hard, and it was actually, I had insulated it and it started overheating, so it started cracking around here. So I put it by the window so that it wouldn't keep overheating. And now I think it's ready to be cut. The color is beginning to look more like reddish, pinkish, instead of purple. And here you can see actually the color difference. I'm guessing this is the part that also had the carrot to make it yellow. But overall, it's not that bad, but it's not that good either. So there you go. I'm guessing that the color may change slightly. I don't know. It's not terrible. It's not what I was picturing though. And the bars actually feel warm still. But like you can, but they are actually hard. Like they just have a lightly give in the center, but on the edges they're quite hard. So if I wait any longer, I may have issues cutting it. It does have that speckle look from the mother root. Now if I remember correctly, when you use mother root, you cannot list it as a colorant in soap because it's not approved as a colorant. So I have to look to see how I need to label this. If I do find something about it or where I read about it, I will post a link on the description as well, or I may just include it on the blog post that will be accompanying this video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.